This is Jeffrey Aaron reporting tonight from LaGuardia Airport in New York City. We're here at home base with Leisure Cargo Managing Director Ralph Auslander, who tells us, among other things, that Air Europa, the second largest carrier in Spain, has awarded total cargo management contract to Leisure Cargo. Now, Leisure Cargo is responsible for Air Europa's sales and marketing of the carrier's belly cargo capacity. The arrangement, just as with all carriers pictured here, includes direct management of worldwide cargo handling contracts, road feeder services, cargo revenue accounting, interline relations, claims processing, and settlements, as well as supply of management information data. Air Europa, it should be mentioned, launches daily A330-200 service into JFK from Madrid, Spain, as of this month on June 1, 2009. Ralph Auslander is a true pioneer of the air cargo business, who has managed Leisure from startup at LTU in 1990 into a major world transportation resource for air cargo. Here we go, up close and personal, to discover together what lies ahead.
I'm Ralph Auslander, Managing Director of Leisure Cargo. Anybody who wants to contact me can do that. I'm reachable at email ralph.auslander@ltu.de. I spell this Ralph, R-A-L-F dot A-U-S-L-A-E-N-D-E-R @ltu.de. You can also look up our webpage, www.leisurecargo.com.
So could you just briefly explain what is Leisure Cargo? What is the Leisure Cargo idea?
The business concept of Leisure Cargo is actually providing a total cargo management service. We are not a traditional GSA which works as an airline representative within a specific region, but we as Leisure Cargo become the air cargo department of a specific carrier. The carrier has decided that it outsources its cargo operation 100%. There are no human resources anymore dedicated to the cargo organization within the specific carrier, and we overtake all these functions, including cargo revenue accounting, including worldwide sales, marketing. We also provide the ground handling contracts when it comes to ground handling within the warehouse, what you would normally consider under the standard ground handling agreement, the Section 3. And this is an idea which, especially during these difficult economic times, is catching up with a lot of smaller and medium-sized carriers, but also, I think the Air Europa organization or the Air Europa contract is quite a good example for that. Even carriers which have an established cargo organization feel that moving towards Leisure Cargo is giving their own cargo business a better home, because we are providing, in a way, a cargo alliance with the 17, respectively 18 mandate carriers we currently have under our umbrella, rather than operating your cargo business in a standalone scenario.
So then you can actually move cargo between these resources as well.
Absolutely, that is the whole idea. We're using one airway bill for the entire network, for the entire capacities of 18 different carriers. Currently, we are marketing space on board of 375 aircraft. And I think this, by any comparison, international, whatever, is a pretty sizable airline if you look at that number of aircraft.
You mentioned Air Europa as a big new addition to the Leisure Cargo family. What do they bring to the party, and how will they affect your business?
Yes, Air Europa is the number 2 carrier in Spain after the national carrier, and Air Europa has quite an extensive network going down to the Caribbean, South and Central America. One of their main operations are daily flights into Venezuela, daily flights into Argentina to Buenos Aires, daily flights into Cuba, plus daily operations into Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, plus flights into traditional tourist destinations like Cancun, Mexico, and Puerto Plata, Punta Cana, also in the Dominican Republic. In addition to that, Air Europa has a very extensive domestic network in Spain Peninsula, plus providing services to the Balearic Islands as well as the Canary Islands. And as you know, the routes to the Canary Islands are a main source of cargo revenue for any carrier, providing the necessary capacities. Canary Islands are basically importing everything from the mainland, from Spain Peninsula.
Yeah, are they speaking of flying across the pond as well?
They will introduce, actually effective as of June 1st, services to JFK, which will be operated on a year-round basis with an A330-200.
What is the lift capacity for cargo, for lower deck cargo on that aircraft?
That will be between 12 to 15 tons per flight.
How do you think the financial crisis will impact air cargo long term?
First of all, I think like everybody else, we are hoping that the air cargo business will pick up again in the near future.
Yeah.
And I think we have, looking at the recent past, the last, let's say, 15 years, we have gone through various crises. The Asian crisis, first Gulf War, second Gulf War, 9/11, SARS, plus bird flu, and all these crises basically taught us that the air cargo business is picking up much stronger once the crisis has been overcome. Of course, now we are looking at a crisis which has a worldwide scale, which has very little to compare with in the recent past. But air cargo business will not go out of style. I think with the overall globalization, this is not going to change. I don't think that the Europeans are going to reinstate a humongous textile production which will eliminate textile imports from Asia, and also the production centers in China will continue to produce all kind of general cargo, which is just simply far too expensive to produce.
What would you like to change? What would you like to see changed about air cargo? Yeah, just give me one thing.
One spontaneous answer here, I think, would be that the ever critical relationship between airlines and cargo agents will need improvement in many areas, and that a certain trust, which maybe has been there 20, 30 years ago, should be reinstated. The airline should view the cargo agent really as its partner and 100% business provider for the available capacity, and the airline should realize that this is really the main source of revenue and business for the airline, and this relationship, I think, needs some improvement.
If you'd like further information on developing air cargo topics, go to www.aircargonews.com. If you'd like a free subscription to Air Cargo News and to our thrice weekly publication Flying Typers, write to me, Jeffrey, at aircargonews.com. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and keep 'em flying.